Good Monday morning, everyone. This is Mike Montefusco with the National Weather Service in Wakefield. This is our weekly impact weather briefing for the week of April 21st, 2025. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weekly highlights. Generally an unsettled period weather-wise through the next week. Not really any significant weather challenges as it goes forward in the next week or so, but we do have several windows of unsettled weather with which to contend. First today into tonight with just some light showers possible with a warm front lifting across the region. We do have a weak front that'll be crossing across the mid-Atlantic tomorrow into tomorrow night, bringing some additional scattered showers and storms tomorrow afternoon into early Wednesday morning. Again, mainly sub-severe, but there could be some gusty winds and brief heavy rainfall with those. We'll talk about that momentarily. Another slow-moving front will drop across the region as we get late into the week, into the weekend, with some additional scattered showers and storms at that time. On the marine side, we do have a brief period of small craft conditions later today into this evening. Otherwise, mainly sub-small craft for much of the week ahead. Next chance for small craft conditions beyond today comes over the weekend ahead. Taking a look at our weather highlights over the next week or so. Again, you've got a series of generally weak cold fronts that'll be pushing through the region. A warm frontal cross early on today into this afternoon. Trailing cold front will drop across tomorrow into tomorrow night. More unsettled weather then follows for late week into the weekend, with the pattern drying out as you get into the later portions of this weekend into early next week. As far as severe thunderstorm potential, there really isn't much in the way of severe storms that we're anticipating over the next week or so. There is some potential for some what we call sub-severe thunderstorms as you get into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening time frame, especially along and south of 460 and the Virginia, North Carolina border, with some gusty storms, perhaps brief heavy rainfall tomorrow evening into Wednesday morning. But otherwise, generally unsettled period, but not too much in the way of severe weather is anticipated at this time. Taking a look at the expected rainfall over the next 3 days, you have a couple of windows. First, this afternoon into this evening, but mainly it'd be tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, the 22nd into the 23rd on Wednesday. A bit of a drying out time frame once you get into Thursday with some additional showers then possible as we get into the later portion of the week. Here is your accumulated precipitation forecast for the first part of the week there on the left, and then on the right for the late portion of the week into the weekend. Generally, your timing, for the most part, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, with some additional scattered showers and storms then following for Friday and Saturday. Again, gusty winds, brief heavy rainfall possible, but mainly of the sub-severe mode as you get through the week ahead. In terms of precipitation over the next 7 days, generally up to 1/4 of an inch for a good portion of the area, a little bit more as you get into southeastern Virginia, into northeast North Carolina, and certainly eastern North Carolina over the next week or so. Your regional forecast summary for the week ahead, generally remaining near or above normal for much of the region as we get through the next week. Kind of mild, even beyond the cold front that crosses tomorrow into tomorrow night, and then warming back up as you get into Friday and Saturday ahead of the next front that will cross, again, as I said, late in the weekend, I should say, Saturday into Sunday. Minimum temperatures, low temperatures staying generally mild for a good portion of the week ahead, generally settling into the upper 40s to 50s for most of the region, with a warm night coming Friday night into Saturday ahead of the next front that crosses on Saturday once again. Rain chances, again, settling mainly tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and then Friday into Saturday, with drying out for the weekend ahead, later in the weekend and early next week. During that period, once again, above normal temperatures as you get into the 8 to 14 day outlook. Generally, that'll entail temperatures well into the 70s to low 80s for highs. Low temperatures generally above normal as well. For our precipitation outlook, generally remaining near normal for a good portion of the week ahead and into early next week, with, again, near normal precipitation chances favored. On the marine side of things, again, what you're keying in on here is the conditions for today and tonight, later this afternoon into this evening. Gale conditions, storm conditions, obviously a little bit muted there, as you can see, but generally some lower end small craft through tonight and tomorrow, early tomorrow, and then quieting down on the marine side for a good portion of the week. As I said, as you get into the weekend, as you can see on this graphic here, we do have an increased chance of some small craft conditions as you get late into Friday and to Saturday ahead of the next front. That'll be during that time frame, Friday night into Saturday. With respect to those gusts, again, later today into this evening, then quieting down for a good portion of the week ahead, with those gusts returning as you get into the weekend, Friday night, Saturday. Here you can see a better shot of that. A little bit of an increase with the winds out of the south-southwest for a good part of Friday night into Saturday. And then on the backside of that front, Saturday night into Sunday, you have an increased chance of some small craft conditions, generally Saturday night into Sunday on the backside of that front that drops across the region. Otherwise, for the most part, sub-small craft for a good portion of the week upcoming. And with our wave heights and sea heights, you can see generally sub-small craft for the week ahead for seas generally 3 to 4 feet. Could have a brief period of some 5-footers later on this evening, north of Paramore Island. But I mean, for the most part, generally it's going to be sub-small craft for a good portion of the upcoming week. Again, those weather highlights for much of the upcoming week, unsettled conditions, not really severe weather that we're watching out for much of this week here, but generally some windows of some unsettled conditions first later on today into this evening, but mainly tomorrow afternoon, evening into early Wednesday morning with a weak front that'll drop across the region. Another slow-moving front will cross as you get into Friday, into the day on Friday, bringing scattered showers and storms at that time, and then some additional chances coming over the weekend on Saturday. On the marine side, brief small craft conditions this afternoon and evening. Otherwise, a good portion of the week ahead will be sub-small craft, with the next chance for small craft conditions on the backside of that weekend front, Saturday night into the day on Sunday. So that's really about it on the weather briefing side of things. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us a line. Otherwise, thanks for dropping in for us today and have a great week ahead.